morning, y'all. What up, what up this morning? What up this morning? What up this morning? How the fuck did you do it? You better get your black ass up. Get your black ass up. Wake your black ass up. You better get your black ass up. Joke there in the morning. How the fuck is y'all do it? Get your black ass up. Wake your black ass up. Wake your black ass up. Get on up. How the fuck is y'all do it? Get your black ass up. Get your black ass up. Get your black ass up. Yeah. Get your black ass up. Get your black ass up. I'm writing everybody a note over on Facebook. On Instagram to let them know I'm over on YouTube and Facebook now. I'm no longer going back to Instagram. Instagram does not appreciate me. Instagram does not appreciate me, so therefore I am not going back. Yes, auntie. Yes. Yes, auntie. Yes. Anyway, I'm writing a note. Hold on one second. Good morning, y'all. Facebook live every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Over here on Meta. Get your black ass up. Get your black ass up. Get your black ass up. Now it's the same speed. Good morning, y'all. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Focuses Jones. Focuses Joy, okay? Tracy, Elise. Cleezy, what up? Jerry McGuire. Robert ain't touched them babies. Jerry McGuire. Shout out to everybody who ever watched me on Def Comedy Jam or Comic View or the Big Black Comedy Show. Robert ain't touched them babies. Get your black ass up. Get your black ass up and more. Robert ain't touched them babies. This is Mr. Beers. I used to do a joke. Alright, let me turn the music down. Hold up. Hey, Mo, what up? Good morning, Gwen. I used to do this joke, y'all. Yeah, I'm eating my burnt toast, D. I used to do this joke about bumping into Mr. Biggs at a happy hour, at a bar. And it was like 9:30 at night, but he had been there since happy hour. And I walked up to Mr. Biggs. I said, how you doing, Mr. Biggs? My name is Joe Clair. I'm a comedian. I love everything you do. I love everything you stand for. And Mr. Biggs was drunk as shit and looked at me and said, Robert ain't touched them babies. I was in the closet and Robert didn't have nothing to do with touching them babies. La da 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 da. Oh yeah. Robert is a great man. He ain't touched them babies. And Jerry McGuire reminded me of that joke. In other words, what I was saying is that Mr. Biggs, in his drunken state when I met him, reminded everybody that Robert was a great man. Robert helped me with my latest album. He's the Pied Piper of R&B, okay? And Robert, look here, Robert helped me with my latest album. This is Mr. Biggs telling you, go pick up my latest album. My latest album has everybody. It's got me. I said that Mr. Biggs started naming people that was dead that was on his album. The album got me, Sam Cooke, Wicked Wilson Pickett, the surviving members of Chic. Listen, I'm telling y'all some real shit. I'm funny as hell, man. Make sure y'all come to the Joe Clair Comedy Show. Man, I said the surviving members of Chic, The Last Temptation. Because, you know, it's only one temptation left. Marvin Gaye is on the album. The Shy-Light. Good morning, everybody. Speaking of R&B, I was listening to The Quiet Storm last night on my way. Rick James is on my album. It's got Bessie Smith. Ma Rainey's gonna do her Black Bottom on there. Louis Armstrong comes through and does a quick nothing on my album. Robert put it all together. He ain't touched them babies. La da 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 da. Oh yeah, yeah. Robert ain't touched them babies. You hear me? You understand? This is Mr. Biggs, okay? Nice to meet you. This is Mr. Biggs telling you, go get my last album. Robert produced the whole thing. Robert produced all of it. And he ain't touched them babies. This is who, Robert put my new album together. Listen, this is Mr. Biggs telling you, go get my new album. It's got me. Teddy Pendergrass is on there. Luther Vandross comes through and does an incredible rendition of Dancing with My Father again. Eddie Kane Jr. is on that album. Rest his soul, but he came back for that. I even have some of the new rappers on there. I have Big Pun. And I have Eazy-E on one song together. I'm telling you, it's gonna make it say la da 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 da. Oh yeah. Robert ain't touched them babies. Robert didn't have. Robert didn't touch them babies. You hear me? This is Mr. Biggs. I was there the whole time. And Robert didn't touch them children. He is the Pied Piper of R&B. And he helped me with my new album. Let me tell you who Robert ensemble to be on my new album. My new album has me. It's got me, Johnny Cash, Kenny Rogers, Elvis, the little boy that sang La 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 Bamba, he on there. John Travolta comes on there. He's singing Benny Barbarino songs. Curtis Blow, Bobby Womack. Anyway. Richie Valens is the boy name. Denise Williams is on there. I love her song. It'll make it say, la da 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 da. Oh yeah. Robert ain't touched them babies. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Danny Blanco think I'm drunk. Danny, this is how I act, Danny. I get it together so I can come on and do this broadcast. How dare you insinuate that this is intoxication? I am naturally like this. But then you should see when I do start drinking Danny Blanco. I would pull the rum out and show you what I get on. Ricky Fontaine on the album Pretty Ricky, what they call him. I want to say namaste this morning to everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. Today is Real Estate Wednesday. I hope you have your questions for Real Estate Wednesday. We're gonna kick that off at around 9:30. I be stroking. Who said that? AJ. That's what I be doing. I be stroking. I stroke it to the east. I stroke it to the west. Don't forget, tickets are on sale and they already moving Saturday the 23rd, 2 Saturdays from now. At the Bowie Center for Performing Arts. It's going down. Y'all gonna have a great time if you come fuck with your boy. And don't forget to sign up for the ShareZone app. It is a new way for comedians to monetize their content. And we've got, listen, on ShareZone, we've got a special. There's a special already up from Lil Duval. That's right. A Lil Duval special is already, a Lil Duval special has been posted. And you can go on ShareZone and watch a whole Living My Best Life. It's the Living My Best Life special by Lil Duval. But let me ask y'all, this is a real question. Good morning, Beth. Should I live stream this Joe Clair and Friends comedy show? Y'all see this Joe Clair Banging and Bowie comedy show. Should I live stream it on ShareZone? What do y'all think? Huh? Would y'all pay to see a live stream of Banging and Bowie? The show would be live. You will be able to see it at your house. You know what I mean? And the ticket price wouldn't cost as much as if you came and saw it live. Well, first of all, Tammy, you better come to the show since you live in Bowie. Richard said, nah, he don't like it. Richard ain't paying for the live stream. Tanisha is. Will Johnson, this is a plot. Will Johnson, this is like fan base. ShareZone is like fan base, but it's specifically for comedians. It's only comedy. You feel me? So while I belong to fan base, this is specifically for comedians. You feel what I'm saying? This is specifically for comedians. So, but yeah, who's coming? Oh, T. Robinson. Is that? I know that is not my homegirl, Teresa. Teresa, that's you? Is that you? Anyway, Banging and Bowie's going down April 23rd. And I'm thinking about live streaming that show as well. Yeah, we got a nice venue, a reasonable ticket price. Oh, okay, T, my bad. I went to high school and junior high school and college with a girl named Teresa Robinson. Anyway, we got live music. We've got, drinks and food. It's going to be funny. I'm going shopping. I'm going to get me a new outfit. You understand? I might even put my diamond back in my ear. Ladies, should I put my earring back in my ear? Well, Chris, here's the thing, Chris. I'm glad you said that, Chris. Tell Netflix to stop playing. Netflix is running their game. And I'm one of these people, Chris, I'm never mad at the game. I'm never mad at the player, and I don't get mad at the game. I just learn how to play the game my way. Netflix is cutting checks for comedians and cornering the market. And one of the problems that comedians are having with Netflix is that if you're not a high-end comedian, you're going to get pennies, right? And if you're not a high-profile comedian, you got to make your own way. So Sharzo allows us to make our own way. You feel what I'm saying? Sharzo allows us to do our thing our way and go ahead and monetize right now. You feel what I'm saying? So, while I applaud all the comedians who make it to Netflix, Sharzo is a new platform that I think is going to be big and huge, could be huge in the comedy space, in the urban comedy space, in the black comedy space, for those comedians like you see everybody that's on this show right here. Alex Scott, Ashima Franklin, and Timmy Hall, right? All of them very, 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 very talented, extremely funny, right? Knockdown, drag out funny. But their profiles aren't as big. They might have, for whatever reason. So, all right, Tara Reid, done got your tickets. Thanks to everybody who done purchased your tickets already. Because we're going to have a good damn time. We're going to have a good damn time. You hear me? So, for those comedians, like the ones that are on my show, who y'all may have not heard of before, you may not have seen before, Sharzo is a way for them to get on out here and fly. They can fly right next to everybody else. And just like internet comedians, what they call internet comedians came along and showed the world how you can use the algorithm for your benefit, Sharzo allows black comedians to do that as well. You feel what I mean? So, Sharzo it is for me. Sharzo is going to be for my live shows and everything else. And that's what it's going to be. Alright. Somebody asked me a question. Hey, Tracy. Joe, what advice would you give up-and-coming comedians? I get this question all the time. My nephew is in Tampa trying to hone his craft doing stand-up in comedy club. All right. Here's the first. Thank you, Jermaine. Now, I don't know Steezo. So listen, Tracy Taylor. Here's the first thing I would say. What up, Destiny? Thanks for coming over to my YouTube page. Shout out to everybody who's fucking with my YouTube channel. Here's the advice I have for anyone considering being a stand-up. First and foremost, be funny. And remember that funny is the key to live stand-up comedy. Now, funny is not necessarily the key to the internet. Now, the internet requires you to be consistent. You don't always have to be the funniest thing on the internet. You just have to be consistent and engaging, right? That's how it is on the internet. But for live stand-up, for what I come from, first and foremost, you got to be funny. You got to be funny. You hear me? You got to be funny. If he's touching that microphone, he got to be funny, Tracy. Then two is he's got to really want to be a stand-up comedian. Stand-up comedy, this is how we talk. This is how comedians talk about stand-up. Stand-up comedy is a whore. She is a whore that I am in love with. You hear me? This game, this stand-up comedy game is raggedy. And she is fucking everybody. Stand-up comedy is a whore. And she is fucking everybody. And guess what? I can't wait till it's my turn to fuck her again. That's how we treat comedy. So he has got to love doing stand-up. He has got to love it. You understand what I mean? You have got to love stand-up comedy. If he is going to hone his craft, he has got to love being a stand-up. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be from the hood to be funny. Not necessarily. I know some very funny brothers who never spent no time in the hood, Destiny. Real talk. Dave Chappelle ain't from the hood. You feel what I mean? And then he just has to be himself. That's the last thing I'm going to tell him, Tracy. The last piece of advice, be himself. Be unique. I've made it this far because, I have, been myself all this time. Yeah, Gwen. Look what Gwen say. Y'all see what Gwen say? I say the stand-up comedy is a whore. Gwen says that stand-up comedy is the dirtiest dick I've been with, but keep going back for more, knowing it's going to knock off my pH balance. Yeah, that's exactly right, Gwen. Will T.I. be on Scherzo? Tony, we actually had a conversation with T.I. yesterday. Me and some of the heads of Scherzo had a conversation with T.I. Well, I wasn't on the call. They ain't let me be on the call. But they had a conversation with T.I. yesterday. So, we never know. I say that comedy is a whore. Stand-up comedy is like a whore. Because I see everybody gets to fuck her. Everybody gets to fuck her. And I be watching these dudes and I be like, they ain't fucking her right. Let me fuck her. And then I get my chance to fuck her. But Gwen says, Gwen is a woman. She has a different take. Gwen says, stand-up comedy is the dirtiest dick I've ever been with. Yeah, Gwen. She said, but she keep coming back because knowing it's going to knock her pH balance off. That is funny. That is funny. Nick Lewis. What up, Nick Lewis? What it do? Is that my man, Nick Lewis? If that's comedian Nick Lewis, that's one of the funniest motherfuckers I ever met in my whole life. Nick, I just started my comedy shows back up. I'm going to have you up soon as I can. Soon as I can, Nick. That's how it goes. We talked about T.I. yesterday. Everybody's like, don't do it. T.I. is not a comedian. T.I. is, each of you are. Danny Blanco, you could be a comedian if you went out there and got on the mic. The entry level, there is no, let me say this. There is no criteria for becoming a comedian except for being funny. You feel what I mean? There is no, if you get in and you can be funny, ta-da, you're a comedian. Now, what type of comedian you gonna be still remains to be seen. Y'all saying T.I.'s not funny because he got booed one time. He ain't been booed them other couple hundred times he been on stage in Atlanta trying to become a comedian. You understand what I'm saying? So, don't just sit here and say he's not funny. Y'all saw him one time. Comedians who I know, who I've asked, I said, what's up? They said, shit. He working with something. He is definitely working with something. We saw him get booed one time. And that's that. Just like I remember when a lot of the actors were getting mad because the comedians were getting roles that were taking roles from legitimate actors. At the end of the day, they can pull it off. Let them fly. You feel what I'm saying? So if T.I. can get on at some point and keep working on his craft and come up with 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes of funny, there you go. I'm rooting for the brother to tell you some real shit. Fuck is you talking about, Danny Blanco? Go ahead with that shit. Anyway, and that's that. And there you have it. Then let's look at like Jimmy Fallon. Is Jimmy Fallon the funniest person you've ever met in the world? Nah, but Jimmy Fallon is known as a comedian, and he got the Tonight Show, right? You understand what I mean? Like, just because you don't think he's the funniest person don't mean he should not be there. Oh, yeah, somebody out here using my name for a scam. Oh, send me, Danny Blanco, send me the, yes, Danny, I'm listening, Danny. God damn. This Danny Blanco, boy, you like a child, you like a toddler. Send me a screenshot, Danny, if somebody's out here, send me a screenshot, Danny Blanco, all right? Send me a screenshot. Yeah, send me a photo. Somebody out here scamming me. I ain't giving nobody no damn money. That is not me. That is somebody scamming y'all. Thank you, Sister McCoy. Please send it to me. Yes, Danny, we are aware that someone is scamming my name. Send it to my DMs or send it to me on Facebook. Send it send it to me through Facebook. All right. Beth, you see somebody out here scamming me. Danny Blanco say he won $750 from me. Now that's comedy. Now that is comedy. Oh, okay. It's on Facebook. I'm gonna have to check it out. That's a scam. Go ahead with that shit, Danny Blanco. Anyway, so it's 9:29 in the morning time. Joe Clair Morning Show. Percolator coffee will start. Some people should be getting packages today of Percolator coffee. And we had a supply hold up, so we will not be shipping Percolator coffee again until the end of the month. The end of the month, shipments will start again for Percolator coffee, and they will go on for forever after that. We had a supply chain fuck up over here at the Percolator Coffee Company. Real Estate Wednesday is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. In case you ain't know, it is Real Estate Wednesday. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Beth. I forgot the purple light. My bad. Damn, Jamal. I forgot to turn on the purple light. Beth, you ain't even know this purple light was on. It's Real Estate Wednesday, everybody. Who has real estate questions? Holla at your boy. There we go. Y'all see me turn the light off. I didn't turn it up. I didn't turn it up. I do it from the phone. I turn it up. I turn it up. Yeah. Matter of fact, how about we get a theme going? Let's see if we can get hold on. Is it changing colors? We gonna make the light change colors. Y'all got these lights in y'all house? Fuck that shit. I got all kinds of shit over here. Anyway, there we go. 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 Purple light. I like the purple light. Right? So go, bitch. Anyway, who got real estate questions this morning? I want to answer some. All right. Those are those big ass General Electric light bulbs you got screw into the light and they change colors when you do. 9:30. Who has nobody got real estate questions? Let's talk about gentrification. I'm glad, Tammy. I'm glad you bought it. Hey, Janine. Janine, what's up with you? How you doing, Janine? That's my cousin Janine, everybody. I have a large family out in Kansas City, Kansas. That's right. That I need to go see. I haven't been able to see them in a good while. Hey, Janine. That is my uncle's child, my Uncle Ronnie's child. I know she don't look like her, but that is a little child. How old are you now, Janine? 19, 20? How old are you now, Janine? 20 years old? Tammy, let's talk about gentrification. Gentrification, everybody, is not one of the things. And I'm gonna get to you in a second, AJ. One of the things I wanted to express about gentrification is that gentrification is damn near inevitable. There are forces at work that the people who live in neighborhoods, in undervalued and depressed neighborhoods, usually do not take into account or aren't aware of, that are at work 24/7, that makes gentrification occur. You understand what I mean? Gentrification is not a process that happens overnight. Gentrification is a process that takes years and 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 years to happen. Gentrification, let's put it this way, if you're watching a community being transformed right now, you better believe that the plans to transform that neighborhood started more than a decade ago. When they were having meetings and they were having hearings, and you saw the posters go up, there's going to be a hearing for this, that, and the other. By the time you see the poster go up for the hearing, 40 to 50%, damn near 60% of the work has already been done for gentrification, for new developments and shit like that to come online. It is a global phenomenon because people with money realize, oh, we turned this into a ghetto back in blah, 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 blah. But now we realize that this ghetto is really close to something that we want. We want quick access to downtown. Let's say Washington, D.C. We want quick access to downtown. And the people who live here, whose home prices are depressed, and who have rampant crime and so on and so forth, their tax base is not going to be enough for us to make it better. So why don't we knock down what's here, build some new shit, and put new people in? That process takes years and years and years. And our part in that is that we don't show up to the meeting. We don't go to our council member meetings. We don't get to know a lot of the business owners and the big business owners in our communities. And therefore, they do what the fuck they want with us and to us. And we are on the receiving end all the time saying, it's gentrification. We have got to get proactive in America. We have to stay proactive. We have to teach our children to be proactive. If you want to keep the homes that you have now for your next generation, or if you want to keep the value, let me put it that way. If you want to keep the value of that property, because it's not necessarily the home, but it's the home and the land. But if you want to keep that value and pass it on to your next generation, you better get proactive today. You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean? I'm telling you some real shit. All right, real estate question. They did that in Chicago, kicked all of the residents out of the projects because it's by the lakefront. Yeah, they're gonna knock down the projects. They're gonna knock down every project. And they're gonna do that. They're doing it everywhere. There was a fish market here in DC called the Wharf. The Wharf is gone. It was home to small businesses for decades. Now it's gone. They keep everybody consumed with the day-to-day of life. That's why I gotta argue with you at. That's the one place I gotta argue with you at, young Southeastwood. Because I attended a candidate forum last night. And I go to my council member, I go to the Bowie Town Hall and sit in on the city council meetings. We have to choose to be proactive in our neighborhoods. That means when you get off work, you got to go to the meeting, not go in the house and do whatever you're doing in the house. You got to go to the meeting. You got to at least have the conversation about the meeting. Okay, let's say everybody can't go to the meeting. Okay, once a month, choose one person to go and tell us what happened at the meeting. It's because the word "they" is the word I'm going to argue with you about. Because when I sit in these meetings, the "they" are regular motherfuckers. There's a brother right now building in Washington, D.C. This nigga from 7th and T. He used to be a knockout artist. You hear me? He a real motherfucker. But he is building Washington, D.C. And his complaint is, why don't I see more niggas in the meetings? Real shit. I know these developers. It's regular motherfuckers in there. You go talk to even the white guys. You go talk to them. Man, I was a blah, 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 and I got in this business. Man, so the only problem I have with that statement is the word "they." They is we. And if we show up, we can change shit. I was not a realtor. I was not in this. You know me, Clint. Clint, you know me for forever. And then I jumped off into real estate. If I start building big ass buildings, you gonna call me they? You feel what I'm saying? That's not right neither. The average person don't have time. The average person gotta make time. Every person on the planet has time for what we make time for. It's point blank period. The average person has time for whatever they make time for in America. That's real as shit. I watched my mother keep a 40-hour-a-week job, raise 4 kids, and go back to school at the same time while we were on public assistance. I've been listening to what you saying for 40 years. Don't tell me I ain't listening to what you saying. Average person don't have the time, bro. That's real life. It's a choice. But the truth is, we have 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours left to do whatever else. There you go. You explain whatever else. The whatever else is coming to the meeting, man. True. That's why the gentrification under our nose, but we got to stop the bleeding. And stopping the bleeding means we got to show up. We got to show up. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Because I know you don't want to sit there and see your son 50 years from now say, hey, Pop, I can't do nothing about what's going on out here. You be like, yes, you can, son. Or if your son asks you, hey, Dad, why you ain't go to the council member meetings? Because you was watching Jeopardy? Nah, you got to go, bruh. We got to show up. We don't have no choice. We have been conditioned to think that all we got is this 8 hours of this, 8 hours of this, and 8 hours of that. Nah, that ain't the truth. That ain't the truth at all. And I watched a lady. But today is Real Estate Wednesday. Me and you, young Clint South Eastwood, you know we going to get into these conversations for forever. Because me and you, y'all should see when me and young Clint South Eastwood play chess together. Oh, Lord. And I owe you a game of chess too, nigga. Come on, get on this chessboard. I owe you. I think the last time I seen you beat me. So I owe you on that chessboard. Anyway, yes, me and young Clint South Eastwood, that's my chess partner right there. But real estate questions, I'm taking real estate questions. But no bullshit. I think my attitude is like that though, because my mother had 4 kids, all of us went to school. And she went back to school and got a master's degree and became a professor while she had a 40-hour-a-week job and everything else. I watched her sacrifice. I watched her not go out. I watched her, and she played tennis, played guitar, did all kinds of shit with the same 24 hours a day. William C. Smith owns most of the DMV properties. Okay. I'm going to have to look him up. I don't know who William Smith is. I'm looking for real estate questions. Anybody got real estate questions? Real estate questions. Or questions for me. If you're trying to buy a home, you're trying to sell your house. What do I want to tell y'all about? I told y'all about how I got this house. The house that I'm living in right now. We got to buy out William C. Smith. Renting or selling? Oh, AJ had a question. Yeah, AJ, where your question go? I got caught up in the discussion about gentrification. We just got to get real busy. William, I don't know where you... William, I don't know where you went to, but you had a question. AJ had a question. Real estate owner question. There it is. Is it hard to sell a house or rent a house you own? Is it harder to sell your house or rent out the house you own? I don't know. Both scenarios have pros and cons. Both scenarios have challenges that you will be faced with. Renting out a house that you own means you now have to take on the responsibilities and obligations of a landlord. And if you are a landlord, you know you have to make your tenant happy. A happy tenant is a better tenant. An unhappy tenant is going to be a fucked up tenant. So you have to you have to keep a mindset of customer service always. You have to take care of maintenance if you're renting out the house that you own to someone. You have to take care of, all of the pieces of paper and the annual and monthly pieces of paper that go along with that property outside of just the rent, the property taxes, and make sure all the warranties are in place, make sure that the insurance is in place, and all that other stuff. And those are the things you take on if you're going to be a owner who is renting to somebody. Now, if you're selling your home, you don't have any of those responsibilities. However, If you own a home and you want to rent it out, that may become your passive income. You may be able to make a profit off of renting out the home that you own. And now you have passive income coming in. So for the price of doing the maintenance and everything else I mentioned earlier might net you some money every year. And, depending on how much you can charge, it might be a great deal of money. It may be a trickle of money, but it's some money, it's some passive income nonetheless. You understand what I mean? If you sell that house, you no longer have the chance at passive income. However, if you sell that house and make a profit, you may be able to take those funds and invest it in another real estate property that you can then make passive income from. It's just like a brick of cocaine. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like a brick of cocaine. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. Hey, Sonia, I'm on Instagram and Facebook Live till 10 o'clock. I'll call you as soon as I get off, okay? Thanks. I had to take that one. That was Prince George's County calling. Who else got questions? Who else got questions? Who else? Okay. Good question. Monica Harrison. Should you add your kids to your deed or gift them your home when you're trying to keep the home in the family? Both work. I don't have a ton of experience in gifting or adding people to the deed. I do own a property that was left to my father. It is my grandfather's home in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I own that property. Me and my wife own that property. And we are on the deed, but we actually bought that home. We took out a loan, bought it, renovated the home, and we rented it out. And that is a source of passive income for us for now. Our future plans are to develop that home because we also own the lot next door to it. And adjacent from that lot are brand spanking new apartments. So I have enough room to put up maybe a 6-unit building, and turn that into passive income. So now people are saying, why would you knock down your grandfather's house and build a 6-unit building and mess up the community? Well, one, because I'm sure when my grandfather bought that house, he said, this is for our children's future, right? And then it went to my father, and now it comes to me. And if we're looking at the future, I'm thinking about my children's future. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to develop that property, put 6 units up. Joe, why would you put up 6 units? Because 6 rents is higher than 1. Y'all wonder why they putting apartment buildings up right next to a house? Because 6 rents are better than 1. It's more money. So, I'm sorry, to answer your question, I don't know. I think gifting and adding them to the deed is sort of the same thing. But you might want to do a little more investigation in that. Check it out and see which one works for best. But I do not have a lot of experience in that. Beth might be able to answer that question. Beth, is it better to gift? Is it better to add the kids to your deed or gift the house to them? Danny Blanco says you can't own land. Oh, okay, Beth. Beth says put it in a living trust, Monica. A living trust is the best thing to do, Monica. There go Beth. I knew she was going to chime in with the shit. I knew Beth was going to chime in with some shit. Danny Blanco says you can't own land. And to a certain degree, Danny, I agree with you. But the system that America has put in place, the system that the United States has put in place, gives you the appearance of owning land and being a landowner. And it's been effective to a great degree. People have been able to accumulate a lot of wealth under the guise of owning land. At the end of the day, of course, God owns it all. God and Mother Nature and whoever else owns it all. But Danny, we are living in a society that has set up a system that governs how we treat land, and in that regard, there is the appearance of land ownership. You understand me? Deeds, laws, taxes, pieces of paper that give you the appearance of land ownership, and there's a system that set up that will protect your rights of land ownership. So while you ultimately cannot own land, you can play the game that America has put in place, and you can choose to play the game or not. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? All right, D has a question. D says, my brother lives with my mother. However, he's not on the mortgage because her interest rate would have been higher. Is that true? I don't know. Here's what I'll say. If they would have used his credit to acquire the loan for that mortgage, if his credit is screwed, yes, the interest rate would have been higher. If his credit is nasty and funky, and they would have used his credit to purchase the home. If your mother had better credit, yet your brother is the one putting up the money, he's going to get a better interest rate. The two of them get a better interest rate using her credit to acquire the loan. Now, he might be the one putting out the money. You feel what I mean? Like this house we live in right now, my wife's credit at the time, her credit picture would look way better than mine. So while I used the funding came out of daddy's pocket and the monthly mortgage payment comes out of daddy's pocket every month. You know what I'm saying? We used her credit, so the interest rate on this mortgage is much better. So yeah, in a sense, that is true, D. That is how that went down. And she could probably add him to the deed though, and just not the mortgage. She can add your brother to the deed and not the mortgage, is what Beth is saying. Who's next? Boom. Thank you, Nevada. Listen. Homeowner Assistance Fund and the American Rescue Plan provides nearly $10 billion. Y'all say that with a B. $10 billion for states, territories, and tribes to provide relief for our country's most vulnerable homeowners. Does everybody see this? The Homeowner Assistance Fund and the American Rescue Plan provides nearly $10 billion for states, territories, and tribes to provide relief for our country's most vulnerable homeowners. Danny Blanco, you know what I'm about to tell you. Danny Blanco said, "What is that?" Google it, bitch. Google it, bitch. got your ass, Danny Blanco. Now, the Homeowner Assistance Fund, the American Rescue Plan, both of them came out of the COVID pandemic. And Nevada, you tell me if I'm wrong. The reason why America will put up $10 billion for homeowner assistance and American rescue plans is because it's in the country's best interest for you to own a home. Most of America's wealth comes from property tax, or a big chunk of America's wealth comes from property tax. We pay for our government by paying our taxes, and a big piece of taxes is property tax. Every piece of land is taxed. Therefore, it makes sense for us to give you some money to help you keep paying your taxes. This $10 billion is going to help us get $100 billion. You understand? You feel what I'm saying? Are y'all paying attention? Am I wrong, Nevada? If I'm talking about the underlying reason why there's a $10 billion relief? Because it's like giving the fiends a little bit of coke so you keep coming back for the coke. Because it's in my best interest to keep serving you this coke. It's in America's best interest for us to be homeowners because we continue to pay taxes for the upkeep of our country, so to speak, right? And that's how it works theoretically. When we rent, we are only helping the person we pay rent to pay his property taxes. So if I build this property with 6 buildings in it, right? Those 6 renters are giving me money, but I still have to pay the property tax on that piece of land. You feel what I mean? Now those 6 renters are helping me pay the property tax. America don't care how you pay it as long as you pay the taxes on that motherfucker. That's why there's $10 billion sitting there to help you. They don't want you to lose your house. They want you to keep your house so you keep paying me taxes. Yes, keep paying me taxes. And if I build a place with 6 buildings in it, America says, well, okay, yeah, we still get that property tax, but damn, that's 6 renters. That's 6 people who could be paying property tax who ain't. Only one person paying that property tax. Y'all understand? It's like the dope game. Hold on, what Nevada say? Nevada, am I right? I saw Nevada. What Nevada? Nevada. Thank you, Nevada. Yes, I am correct. I am a student of real estate, so I'll be trying to make sure I get it right. All right, y'all, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Listen, if you need real estate help, make sure you hit me. Make sure you get at me. Make sure you hit me. Make sure you get at me. Where's my card? I knew I had my card sitting right here. I had my card sitting right here. Where is my card? Oh, God, what did I do with it? Here we go. There it is right there. There we go. 650-720-7216. 650-720-7216. Hit me up. If you got real estate needs, I am your guy. All right? Gotta get out of here. 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 I want y'all to go have a great day. Get your tickets. Banging in Bowie. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be your best date night. Fellas, I'm giving you a place to bring your woman so then you can take your girlfriend somewhere else. Ladies, I'm giving you a place to go out with your little boyfriend, and then you can go back home to Harold. He ain't gonna know. Y'all gonna have a great day. Love y'all much. Peace and blessings, and let me know if you got real estate questions. Hit me up, okay? All right, I'll holler at y'all.